Hey there, everyone. I'm joined today by Debbie Lewis. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
It's so good to be with you, Debbie, and thanks to everyone who's tuning in with us today to hear Debbie's story. I'll just share a little bit about why I asked Debbie to join me today, because we worked together many years ago in traditional cooking school and Eat God's Way. And I didn't know at the time that Debbie fell off because she felt discouraged about finances and just all the changes she'd have to make. But also, unbeknownst to me, in all these years, God has had her on a journey, and now she's back and not discouraged and having incredible wins. So sometimes that happens. God takes us on different paths, but I believe that He always brings us back to where we should be if we're open to that. And so I just wanted Debbie to share her story today. So let's start, Debbie, by you just sharing a little bit about you and your family and where you live and your situation.
14 years ago, my son by love retired from the Navy after 20 years, and he moved back to his hometown of Mansfield, Missouri. So that's where we are living now. We are on a 12-acre farm. We're homesteading, or the best we can do at this point. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. Because we started homesteading, I started researching the internet and I found traditional cooking school. And I thought, wow, we have goats. So I have goat milk. We have cows. So I had some cow's milk at that time. And taking the classes, I was able to use a lot of what I was learning in doing the goat's milk and cheese and all that other stuff and eating good with beef and that. And we did pretty good. And then financial issues started and it just went downhill from there. And things were bad. When we moved here, I weighed 240 pounds. I had chronic asthma. I was on over 20 medications and it just was horrible. I was living by my meds. I started feeling better doing the traditional cooking. And I was so excited and all that. And then things got worse. I had a bad asthma attack and all this other stuff, and finances got way out of control again. So I was discouraged and I quit coming to the class because I couldn't afford it. Since then, I've been on a journey, and what the original traditional cooking school encouraged me to do was to eat more fresh, organic type foods. And I was trying to work that in, but I wasn't doing a very good job of it. Anyways, lately I've been trying to get back to that. I want the natural. I want the garden. Dogs, sorry, I'm outside. I'm sorry, guys.
It's no problem.
Um,
We can't really hear them too much, so you're doing
oh,
just fine.
good. The pigs are squealing too, so it's a real mess here.
Well,
Anyways,
it's actually idyllic and wonderful because I know you said your guinea fowl are very happy and chattery today, and now we hear about your pigs, and then
dogs.
there's your dogs. So
Yeah,
we love it.
it's a zoo here. Anyway, so I tried doing stuff on my own again, and I couldn't remember. I was homeschooling my kids for a little bit, my
Yeah.
grandkids, when COVID came, and I pulled out the traditional cooking classes I had. I printed them all off and everything, and we started doing some more traditional cooking. I was teaching my grandkids how to cook traditionally through homeschooling, and they really got into
Amazing.
it. They really enjoyed it. We were getting more into it, trying to get them off processed food, trying to get myself off processed food. And I weaned myself off most of my medication. Was doing much better, but I thought, let me go back and see what traditional cooking school is doing now. There's some
Mhm.
reason God wants me back there. So I came back, and since then, I have gone off all my meds except for two inhalers, and one is going to be going later on this week when I see the doctor. I haven't used
Mm.
it in the 3 months that I've been back at the school, and it just tells me that all the processed foods and all the chemicals and stuff I was eating was really affecting my asthma. I've also lost 20 more pounds. I still have a bunch to go, but I'm working on it and I'm going to get there because I'm paying more attention to my health. I'm paying more attention to what's going into my body through traditional cooking and doing it the old way, the way my grandmother had taught me. So
Mhm.
that's my story.
Oh my goodness. That's just incredible. And if I remember right, you left all those years ago because the medications and everything was so expensive that you were like, I can't afford
Yeah.
the school. But now you're off all the medications. So you have room for Eat God's
Mm-hmm.
Way. And plus, you're probably ahead of the game, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Plus, you
I
feel
am
so
very
much better.
I feel so much better. I'm doing so much better. The other day I was in the grocery store, just a little side tale, and
Love
there was
it.
an elderly couple there, and they were looking at cooking oils and stuff. And they were
Oh.
going, well, there were four that we could use. And I remember it was coconut and it was something else and two others. And I said, the key I've learned is any of this yellow stuff that is processed is not good for you. You need to go for the other stuff. And they said, wow, where did you learn that? And I said, through a traditional cooking school. And I gave them the address and stuff for you. And there was another thing they were talking about, and I said, you need to go at least look at Wardy and see. She might be able to help you go the way you need to go. And they were just so pleased. And I just, in passing, said, it's avocado, coconut. She said, that's fine. That's all I need. I just needed those two. So go ahead.
Good for
I,
you, Debbie.
I'm telling everyone because I'm so satisfied with it.
Yeah, yeah. I know it's huge to feel better and then not to have all those
Mm,
medications must be just a huge
mm,
load off because we're just very sick in our modern world and people are getting on medications younger and younger and it's a lifelong sentence unless they do something and we'll say drastic like you've done because it's so different than most people are living, but it's really not drastic because like you said, you've gone back to the old way of your grandmother. So it's actually the natural, fresh,
oh, yeah.
sensible way.
And if you watch TV or anything, every day it seems like there's a new med out, but there's a list
Yeah.
of side effects that is unbelievable. And these
Yeah.
are just chemicals that we're putting into our bodies, and our bodies are saying, God say, no, I didn't make that. That's not for you. And it's so true. It is so true.
God bless you for that, Debbie. Well, let's talk a little bit about what you've done in the last 3 months. So, I think you told me a highlight for you has been culturing milk. So, tell us about what you've been doing with your milk the past 3 months.
After a while, I couldn't find any raw milk around here. I've gone through the ultra pasteurized, the organic, and it wasn't working. And I finally remembered somebody who had raw milk, and I've been buying 2 gallons every 2 weeks. And with that, I have butter, I have cottage cheese. I'm attempting some other cheese tomorrow when I get the other milk and just enjoying it all. And I'm making my own coffee creamer now with the raw cream I
Ooh,
get. Oh, yeah,
nice.
it's good. I don't have to buy that other processed stuff. I have two grandkids that they know when milk day is, and
Huh?
when they come home from school, they're over here for milk. Nana, can I have some of that fresh cow's milk you got today? They're so funny. They
I have
like the
two
regular milk.
gallons.
Yes, and we go through it. They come over quite frequently. They like for me to make custard and stuff, so
Mm,
they love doing that.
nice. So when you came back, even though you had stuff printed out from our old fundamentals, did you start with our new God's Way fundamentals and just go through it again, or how did you tackle everything?
When I came back, you were just starting batch cooking. And I
Okay.
really wasn't interested in batch cooking because it's just myself, my husband, and my son living in our little house on their property. But with that, I started and did the fundamentals again. And then I went and started doing sourdough. And it's just been so hot. I've had such issues with sourdough. I don't even want to go there right now. So then I switched over to culturing milk
Hmm.
and that has gone good. I have fermented two things in the
Hmm.
jars with whey, and that's gone okay. I have to try things time and time again. And I guess I'm a scientist or something at heart. I don't know, but it didn't work out quite well. So I'm just going to try again with something else in a
Yes.
little bit.
That's right. Even me, it rarely works out the first time I do anything. So, par for the course, we have to be willing to try again because
You
life
never
is not
know.
perfect.
Yeah.
Right. And you do never know because the next time could be like, wow, this was worth trying again.
I didn't do this the first time.
First time. Yes. Now, with your son and your husband, have they been on board with all the foods that you've been making?
My son's more into quick processing food and he
Okay.
works midnight and he comes home and he throws a bunch of stuff in his air fryer and the microwave and he eats once a day. I'm
Oh,
trying very slowly. I'm trying to get him to eat more and more of what I'm making.
yeah.
My husband, he just eats what you put in front of him and that's that. You
So
know,
he's happy
he,
enough.
he's okay. Yeah, he's happy enough. He just eats. But
Has
my
he had
son, I
any health
really
improvements, your husband?
No, but he didn't have any issues really to start with.
Mhm.
Just always been the way he is, and he refuses doctors and everything. He was the smart one.
Mhm.
But my older son, I'm concerned about him, but it's a work in progress, and it'll take a
Yes.
little bit, but we'll get there. We will
That's
get
right,
there.
and he's a grown man, he has to make his own choices, so all you can do
Yes,
is pray and be a good example.
he's 40 years old. I mean,
He's a grown
he's
man.
definitely yeah, very much so. I'm old.
Oh, sometimes it feels that way when we look at our kids, right? I'm about to turn
Yes.
50. I can't imagine what my mom and dad are thinking because I'm their oldest of 4, and if I'm about to be 50, they've gotta be just like, "Wow." I mean, that just
Well,
seems crazy.
I keep looking back at my mom when she turned 72, how she must have felt because I just turned 72 and I'm going, oh my, I have a 40-year-old, a 50-year-old. Oh, no, don't even go there. Crazy.
I will be you one day soon.
Yeah. And it'll come fast, believe me.
Yeah, this has gone fast so far. Well, anything else about your journey that you'd like to share, ups or downs?
No, I'm going to get sourdough done. I really am.
Okay.
I want
The fall is a good
sourdough.
time for that when the temperatures cool down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Yeah. So
And you have the right
I'm
attitude. Try again.
right. And I saw the crackers in the tortilla press. Ah,
Mhm.
I'm going to try it later today and see how it goes.
Okay, good. Very good. I
I
hope it goes
know.
well for you. And we have some
Well, we'll see.
sourdough recipes coming soon because it's fall. So we're going to be doing a couple of those in the coming months that you can add to your list or try first. Anyway, they should be fun for you.
Yeah, my starter's still in the fridge and I talk to it every week, so it's okay.
That's good. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Debbie. If you thought of any particular type of person or situation where somebody would benefit from Eat God's Way, who do you think that would be?
Anybody. There's
Mm,
so much processed food out there. I'm just thinking of all the chemicals and stuff people put in their bodies by the foods they eat and the things they do. I know doctors are trying their best to help you, but all those medications and stuff just really upset your body's balance. And
yeah,
really, you need to
it's
step
true.
away if you can.
Yeah.
You need to.
Yeah. Of course, we're not suggesting anybody go cold turkey.
No, no.
We're saying weigh the pros and cons, and if the Lord
Right.
blesses your efforts to get off in the long
Then get
run,
it
then that would be
right.
best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very wise. Thank you so much for joining me, Debbie. And for those of you listening or watching, if you are curious about how Eat God's Way could help you get healthier and happier, lose weight, get off medications, save money on groceries, while you still get to eat your favorite foods and spend less time in the kitchen, then just check out the links and info on this page to get in touch with us, and we can let you know about current class dates and enrollment and fit you right in. Thanks, Debbie. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. God bless
Thanks,
you. Bye
Jordan.
bye.
Bye bye.